In today's session, we will discuss about dialogues. So, dialogues are step by step process to take the information from the customer. Okay? So, for example, when you call to customer support, right? So, the customer support agent will ask some questions, right? What questions they can ask? They will ask you to confirm your name, then mobile number, then some random questions, right? Date of birth, mother's name. You can ask this. Or when you want to register a complaint, if something is not working, then when you call to the customer support, they will ask some questions like what is the issue, from when it is happening, and what is the priority. They can ask these questions. So once they collect this information, what they will do, they will convert it to some record. For example, when if we consider this scenario, so now you want to register a complaint, something is not working, or internet is not working, or there is a fraud transaction is happened in your bank account. Now you want to raise a complaint to the customer support team. So what you will do, you will call to the customer support and you will tell the issue, and they will register the complaint. So how it will work, we will see. So we'll open the solution. So these dialogues are deprecated, but still it is supporting. I'll just explain you. Even if it is, if someone asks an interview, that will be helpful. Demo dialogue, I will give the name. Category will be dialogue. In entity, I will register on phone call. Means when a phone call, when customer calls to support agent, they will trigger a phone call, right? So click OK. Okay. So here we will add it here, the steps. So input argument, Okay. So what we need to ask, like name, ask for name. Issue. Okay. So let me add a page here. Select the row. Click on prompt and response. So I will delete this. I'll tell you why. These are not required. We will ask the questions, right? So here we will ask name, ask customer name, set properties, prompt text. What we need to ask? Please let me know your good name. Response type will be text field. Save and close. Then again we will ask for prompt and response. Here we will ask mobile number, set properties, please confirm your mobile number, and again this will be a text field. I will add prompt and response again. Now I will get issue, set properties. Let me know what is the concern. This could be multiple line. Okay. Now I will add another final prompt and response. Priority. how you prioritize um, issue. So now this could be different options. I, I, and this would be medium, should be low. Okay, then save and close. Now with this, we'll just activate this, save, activate. Okay, now the dialog is created. Let's see. When the dialog is executed, when a phone call is received. So how the phone call is created in the system? In activities. Activity phone call is one of the activity. So let's move to activity section and click on phone call. So we can test Smith, save. Okay. So as I mentioned, these dialogues are deprecated, right? Initially, before deprecating, we would be seeing one field called dialog. So when we open this record, so when we click on these three dots, we can see the dialog button. Now that is not enabled. So once we click on that dialog, a prompt will be open, and that prompt will guide you, like whoever is running that dialog, that user will ask the questions. Okay. Then whatever responses that the customer is given, we will add it to the response field. We will be having response because whatever we have added here, it's a prompt and response type. So these dialogues are not available, but you know, right, how to create these dialogues. For example, once the dialogue is completed, if you want to map the record in any of the entity, then we can add some actions over here. Like, now this dialogue is executed, we will ask the customer name. So here we have a response field which will capture whatever the customer is responded. Now when you ask, please let me your name, we will have a field called response, where whatever name the customer will confirm, the name will be automatically added. So these are the prompts and responses that we are collecting from the customer. Now with this data, if we want to create any record, like when click on the page, click on create record. So here I want to create case. Okay, click on set properties. Now we need to map the data that we have collected from the customer. Issue is whatever response text in the issue, we will add it here. Customer name, I will select it manually as of now. The description also I will map the issue. Mobile number field is there. We have priority, right? So priority. So we'll set severity is not available. Priority. Okay, since it is option set, we cannot map it. We, I will add it to one default field, text field, subject origin contact. Let's map it in the here. So response label, I will add it here. So when I save and close this, when my dialog is executed, save, activate. So what it will do, when the dialog is executed, in this page, we have added some prompt and responses, right? So these prompts will be executed and responses will be captured from the customer. And then what we will do, we will, with this collected information, we will save the case record. Clear? Is it clear? I can't show you because there is no button placed. So we'll do one thing. I will go here, activities, phone call. I will select UCI to 0. Yeah. So here UCI to 1 is it's a unified client interface. The UI is upgraded in Dynamics 365. UCI.0 is it's an old UI. If you see, if you observe the UI, when it is 1, it is the latest UI. This one. When I change the value to 0, that is old UI, the classic UI. So where you can see the dialog button. So when I click on this phone call that I have created test record, so we have start dialog. So once you click on start dialog, is it activated? It's you say one. Let me so here we need to select as on demand because we are running it manually. Activate. Now we'll go to this. Click on the phone call that is created. Click on start dialog. You can see the dialog. Click on add. So once we execute the dialog, it will look like this. So now the customer support agent will ask, please let me know your name. So the customer will respond over the call. Whatever he tell the name, we can type in. So name is this. We again next question is please confirm your mobile number. Customer will respond to this some mobile number. We can capture over here. What is the issue? Some fraud transaction occurred. So once we add this, we can click on next. Once we collect this data, we can say I will register this complaint and we will get back to you as soon as possible. We can say that and we can finish the process. So now the dialog is executed. So where we see the dialog, how many times the dialog is executed, we will see it in the process session. You see, it's one time the dialog is completed. If we run for another second time, you will see another transaction here. Now, for example, I will create another phone call here. I will first move it to updated interface. I will create a phone call. You know why it's deprecated in CRM? Because of the latest feature. The dialogues are deprecated. Okay, dialogue test call to some customer. Okay, and then we can save. Once we save this, we can move it to classic interface, the old interface. How? Just UCI to 0. Then start dialog, demo dialog, open. These are the questions and responses we will get. Complaint. Okay. And then once we do that, we'll say next. This is end of the dialog. Thank you for calling us. We will back to you as soon as possible. Finish. So now the dialog is run for the second time. So when I refresh, you see, but I don't want to. If you want to see what information is collected on each run, you can just open this run and you will see here. This is the please let me know your good name. This is the prompt which support agent will ask, and the response the customer will provided is this. So like this we will capture. But so here it is very hard, right? I have to come here in the process session every day. If thousands of calls are executed and thousand dialogues are executed, then whichever we want to find, it will be very tough. So that is why what we have done, we have used the create action. If you remember, we use the create action. So let's switch to our updated interface. What we are doing, we are doing whatever the information that we have collected from the customer through the dialogue. We are using the data and we are creating the case record, right? Now let's navigate to case entity. Okay, sales, under service, the case entity is available. Case, you see the complaints are registered. This is one complaint. Okay, some fraud transaction has happened, and then this is the another test complaint. Now is it clear? So basically dialogues are deprecated in the latest upgrade. If you want to just practice the dialogue, you just need to update the UCI value to 0 in your URL. Clear everyone? Any questions? No. Okay, so I will cover the action part after we discuss the coding classes, because it is related to how we execute is using coding. Okay, that's why I will cover the actions later. Now we will discuss some features. Okay, if you see here, when a case is created, the case ID is automatically created. I don't want in this format. Okay, I want in different format. Where to configure this kind of changes? So under settings, administration, so you see auto numbering, click on auto numbering. Now we are working on cases. So prefix, what prefix you want? You want mm, some D365 or D3, only three letters are right? And suffix is 6. Suffix is this. This will be automatically generated. Now click OK. Okay, now it is configured. Now let's test. I will create. So if you see here the previous record, it's updated. Okay, it's start with CS. Now we have updated it to IND, right? Now go to new record, create some case, my demo case, select any customer, save. You see the case ID is have the suffix IND. Okay, so in interview, if someone asks how to change this format, we have to navigate to administration auto numbering. And what entities we have auto numbering feature? You see every tab is a entity here. So contracts we have, case entity we have, quote, order, invoice, all these entities auto numbering feature is enabled. So mostly we will use cases, quotes, order, invoices. Okay, campaigns also we use, but rare. And articles, categories, knowledge articles are very less. Now another feature is languages, right? So what language, what is language? So when we open the CRM, we will see this, right? Everything is in English. So when I click on advanced settings, personalization settings, languages, here we see English. But in real time, the customers will be from different location. Okay, English is default. For example, if we are implementing CRM for Dubai client, they use Arabic. If we are implementing CRM for Europe, right, they use uh, Brazil language. Some Europe users. If we are implementing CRM for some different regions, they will use Portuguese, they will use French, they will use some Italian, right? So how to enable these kind of languages? Now in the settings administration, go to languages. Here you will see Arabic, right? Now I will try to enable French. Let's select French, click apply, click OK. Then what it will do, the the CRM language will be enabled. Whatever language that we have enabled, that language will be configured in the CRM. So this will take some time. So once this is enabled, we can, I will show you. Okay, let it enable. Why French apply. Okay, so while configuring this, we cannot use the CRM because it will configure in the backend. Okay, so what I will do, I will enable one language after this class. Maybe there might be some issue. Simple, you also try to enable French or German. Okay, then we will see how it will be look like. Let's try it for one more last time. You also try, I will also try to enable, and we'll see how it works. Okay, this is languages. Now come to system settings. What is system settings? So in system settings we have lot of features, right? So if you see enable auto save is yes. What is enable auto save? Now you see the form is in save mode. Demo case, I will change the name. What it is, it say it gives unsaved. Now I am placing cursor here, I am not doing anything. If you see, observe the form, it will automatically save the record. You see, now it is saving, it saved. I didn't do anything. My cursor is here. I didn't kept my fingers on the keyboard. So why it happened? Because auto saved is enabled. So this feature we mostly disabled in the product in the real time, because if customer is updating some data and he left from the seat, or he's talking on the phone without doing any operation, then this will execute, right? So it's a automatically it's CRM itself taking the save operation. So ideally we should not do that. Now we have disabled this auto save to no. Click OK. Now I will update it to, it is save mode. I will update it to 2. It is unsaved. I'm not doing anything. So usually it will take 10 to 20 seconds to update the auto save feature. Let's wait for 20 seconds. If it is not happened, then which means the feature is disabled. It's still saved. System settings, enable auto save on. Okay, refresh. Let me update now. Saved. When I change the value, it will be unsaved. Okay, it won't save automatically until unless we click. Now I'm clicking save, because it's a, before, when it auto save, this feature was enabled. Now we have disabled it. So here in general section, you can configure the system level configurations. Okay, so if you want to display the currency, you can select this currency. You want to, yeah, so you want to enable the Bing maps, show Bing maps on the form. It is disabled now. I will show you this feature. This is helpful. In application form, I will create a field called In the insert, you see this Bing map is disabled. Now here I will select city. Now I will place this city field on the form. Save, publish. Now what I will do, I will enable this Bing map in the system level settings. Show Bing maps on the form. Yes. Click OK. Now refresh here. Save and close. Open the form. Okay. Let us try to add one entity. Add existing. We'll add account entity. Account form. So here I expand the account form, open the form, insert, still disabled, system settings, enable bring maps. Yes. Okay. Refresh here. Solutions. It might be taking some time. Let's see. Count form, count form, insert. It's still in disable. Okay, this button is currently disabled. You may have to select the item that this feature if you don't have permission. So we'll do one thing. Okay. Okay. Uh, we'll we'll wait for some time. Okay, because we just configured it, right? We'll wait and we will discuss this in next session. Okay. Until till then, it will be published in the backend.